Imagine hiring a business with 30 years experience and top-notch clients only to have them cash your check but skip out on the job. A Connecticut sign company is accused of doing just that, collecting $2,000 in cash and then practically disappearing. Bo Berman tracked down the owner for some answers. Tonight, Fox Connecticut investigates.
It's no surprise a business owner who would not admit his own identity would take your money and not do the work. But the customer in this case didn't know that. They were going off the business's prior record over decades. The problem is the company has gotten into financial and legal trouble the past few years after the longtime owner died and his son took over. John?
Yeah, we're with Fox Connecticut News. We had a question about a contract SD&D had.
Company here that's representing them.
John's here.
Well, he's not there.
This man says John Leuzzi, the owner of Sign Design and Display, isn't here. Problem is, this is John Leuzzi.
It was $2,100. Why they would take that and not honor an agreement, I just don't know.
This is Reggie Dubois of the Sawyer School, which gave this $2,100 check to SD&D in February to create and install this sign at their Hamden location. That was 7 months ago. The check was cashed 3 days later, but now in August, the job still hasn't even been started. Dubois tried over and over to reach John Leuzzi and his salesman, but the only result, unreturned calls, emails ignored. It was as if SD&D was gone. In fact, Reggie couldn't even find them at the Newington address listed here on their website.
But I guess the last straw was when I went down there and they were totally gone.
And SD&D's Newington location still listed on their website. The signs are still up. In fact, there's work being done on the parking lot here, but no such signage work being done on the inside, at least according to the new owner, who told us he purchased the building in October.
Well, how can you take somebody's money and still stay in business and nothing happened?
That's what we wondered, considering SD&D touts 30-plus years of success and notable clients like the Hartford, Trump Hotel, and Mohegan Sun. We contacted all 20 of the clients listed, only one of which said they've done any business with SD&D during the last 4 to 5 years. A few even told us they didn't know the company was still in business. But they are. We tracked SD&D to their new location in Berlin, where we wanted to ask John Leuzzi what's happening with the Sawyer School job.
We're just trying to find out for them. $2,100. Will they get their money back? When will they get it?
I don't know. You got to talk to the right person.
Well, who's the right person?
I don't know. Got to come back.
We have to come back when?
You know.
Well, who do we need to talk to? You just said we need to talk to the right person. We have to come back. So when can we talk to that right person?
You got to call my lawyer then, or somebody's lawyer, the company's lawyer.
Okay, so you promise that you'll make sure that they get their money back or they get the signs?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your name?
Mike.
You're trying to make good on this.
Of course. It's not nothing we're trying to avoid.
Right. Just so we can credit, you if your company, you're Mike or John or...
John.
Leuzzi later came out again and told us he was putting a check in the mail, admitting he is the owner of the company. And his company has its share of troubles. Looking over Leuzzi's records, it becomes clear. He took over the company a few years ago after his father, the longtime owner, passed away. Since then, he and his company have been tied up in court. There's the civil court docket alone, where he or his company are listed as the defendant in 4 separate lawsuits. One alleges he owes $26,000 to an accounting firm. In another, the plaintiff, a former employee, claims Leuzzi and his company owe nearly $6,000 in unpaid wages. And in another, Leuzzi is said to owe $43,000 in undelivered mortgage payments. As for the Sawyer School...
It went upstairs, we talked to Donna, took care of it.
Okay.
Check has been issued. It was a misunderstanding between the companies. They had some changes upstairs that I just found out about. That's it.
Okay, but they will get a refund.
But that hasn't happened yet, despite promises made to Reggie since February and those made to us when we confronted Leuzzi at the end of June. Still no check, and the job's still not even started.
My office is continuing to look into it, and we've been in contact with the business.
Attorney General George Jepsen's office is now investigating what happened and advancing the case to a higher level of review.
The case gets kicked up to the level of a full-time attorney, and that has happened in this instance.
Jepsen says consumers have to be careful when they give deposits to businesses. Meanwhile, Reggie just wishes he would have seen the signs of trouble early on.
they're still in business. I don't understand how they can be licensed and in business in the state of Connecticut.
Now, Leuzzi is currently facing 2 cases in criminal court. In one, he's accused of driving with a suspended license. In the other, he's accused of a felony, writing a bad check over $1,000. And we're happy to tell you tonight that after this Fox Connecticut investigation, John Leuzzi paid Reggie Dubois in full just 4 hours ago, right after 6 o'clock. We'll be placing the raw and uncut video of our interview with Leuzzi on our website, ctnow.com/signs. In the studio, Bo Berman, Fox Connecticut.